Sometimes they're paper tests to see if things were learned, what concepts were learned, actions will be able to perform better. And what we learned, what we want to take away from this particular way is especially in educational contexts, it's not necessarily the technology, it's more of the implementation strategy, it's more of the intervention of which that goes through the educational processes. It's the onboarding, it's the scaffolding, it's the reflections, it's all of that educational stuff that happens before and after. And that's what we would expect at least some gains in these kinds of studies, because there's extra effort, there's extra thought being put into the type of learning that this technology should be put through. So we can see both through our research in Japan and through this particular study that it's not just sufficient to think about it's better or worse to use XR in particular or different educational contexts. It's how it's being used, how it's being deployed, and your assessment methods before and after, trying to figure that out. So if you're a commercial entity and you want to use some of this as far as to extol the benefits of this technology to a possible client, you can easily find some studies that show huge gains in almost multiple fields somewhere in the research. But also be aware that if you're dealing with, for example, a higher education institution, they can also, excuse me, find a piece of research that will refute that or maybe show an opposite effect in a similar situation. So what you need to do is look at the benefits. What exactly are you trying to pinpoint? What benefits are you trying to exacerbate or look at that these technologies might bring forth? And so working with our research group in Japan and looking at the research from this particular study and others, there is a whole breadth of possible ways that you can kind of come down on, pinpoint in to either help develop your products or services further for educational purposes, or to kind of pinpoint something that's happening that you're doing to entice or to appeal to educators.